to be taken care of. I'm trying to get prepped and ready for Monday because Monday is where my silver insulation comes in, and that's gonna allow me to be able to go in and get this place sealed off quite nicely. We're already doing quite well because we already went in here and just spent a considerable amount of money on caulking and expansion foam and just for everything, dry locking the place, getting everything ready for the next stages because this is done in stages. So I am looking at once we get the rest of the work done, I'm going to be doing the installing in the insulation, which I already purchased already, which is on its way. Now, I document all this. I'm not doing it for views. I don't do it for subscribers. I do it to document everything that I do. This is why I have so much information on everything I do, because I document everything. Where did my list go that quick? I never just got my list. Lost my list, found my list. Lost my list, found my list. Where's my list at? All right, here it is. Found it. So basically, I'm thinking that I have to go in and have somebody help me bring the items in, but that's not so because Home Depot is not that far from me. And my shipping cost to get my drywall in here is around $79. I'd rather pay $79 in a day because then again, it's being professionally brought in. I don't worry about getting damaged or anything. And mine, these are 5/8, so they're kind of heavy. So I do want to make sure everything gets here intact. And with having the garage door, which is a blessing, we can open it up, load everything in, and then be done. So things I got to get done before we can actually order drywall is I have to put in that insulation. Insulation is extremely important. This entire place has to be coated in that silver insulation. I got to get access. As a matter of fact, the landlord came down yesterday and he gave me keys to get access to the crawl space up top so I can get all that done. Good thing Monday's going to be a fantastic day because I got to put drop cloth out there, pull all his stuff out, put it there. All that stuff is going into storage. I don't mind some stuff being up there because I don't use it. But other than that, we put all this stuff out there and then I can get up there and get to the crawl space, get that finished, and then with the high ladder, I can get to the other areas that I can't get to with the crawl space. Get the floor done, get all the walls done, get the back of the garage door, has to be panels, all those have to be done. So I found it was soundproof first. Then it was the insulation foam, soundproof, and then basically the foil. I had to go to somebody and ask about over the three, how would I basically place that for the door? So that will give us soundproofing, that'll give us insulation, and then it'll give us that that silver insulation, which will allow us to be able to be cooler in the summertime, which is needed because I was in here in the summertime in the middle of a heat wave, and keep us warm in the wintertime. What I found out with my costs, if I go through Home Depot and I buy what I need, so basically for the drywall is around $200. That's including shipping. You can't beat that with a baseball bat. That's going to cover all my walls in here with the 5/8 mold and mildew resistant drywall, the green of course, and it's going to be fire resistant, which is fantastic because actually it's one of the building codes required when you're installing in drywall. It has to be fire resistant. Let me see. Bathroom. For the wooden frames to the bathroom, I need quite a few of those to build the structure for that. And first, we gotta have the floor printed before we put the bathroom structure in. But for the wood frames in there are gonna cost me around $148 to put those the frame system in for the bathroom, and then an extra $110 for the drywall. That all has to be drywalled in. Let me see. For the floor frame. So the floor frame, we have to build a frame for the floor around it. We got to lift the floor up to elevate it. And then the floor is going to be interesting because in the floor, I'm actually installing little grooves. I can connect my PVC pipe. That's going to go to the bathroom over here, and it's going to connect to the kitchen sink over here. That'll allow me to drain water out. Well, the kitchen's a little easier because I have to drill a hole to the garage to install that pipe. So that's not hard to do. But to drain the water, yeah, we could drain the water out that way. But for the bathroom is a little different. The bathroom's on this side. So the bathroom is definitely going to need, actually, no. I can just connect it right there. I can connect it right there on the side, right there. It'll be much easier than running it all the way back there. We got a wall right there. Just drill it right through there, put the connection piece right through there. And then from there, I can basically drain the water out from there with a pump system. Easy to do. That's a lot easier. So we still have to put grooves in the bottom of the floor, like a brace system, so I can put the pipe in it so the pipe doesn't slide all over the place. Speaker system has to be installed into the floor. So I'm just going to do the edges, like the edges of the floor, and then basically to build the actual frame to support the actual floor is going to cost me about roughly $100 to put that in. Now, to basically install the top part of the floor, that's 165. Because I was thinking about doing it with, well, at first I saw people doing it with the 4x8 plywood. The 4x8 plywood is, yeah, it's much easier to do because you just put in massive large sheets. But then once I get done, I'm still gonna have to put something over top the plywood, which means I'm gonna need some kind of linoleum or flooring to put over top of it. And that's just gonna cost too much money. So I'll be better off just basically just putting it in plank by plank, which I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually, it takes me about 50 planks to do the entire floor plank by plank. And with that, the tool I'm gonna need required for that, well, I already have a drill here, but I'm gonna be picking me up a nail gun because I'm definitely gonna need a nail gun for that project. So pretty much that's the basic right there of getting all that finished and done. Once the floor is done, once the drywall is done, once the bathroom is framed and installed, then I can start getting the bathtub for the bathroom. I can start getting, because the piping and all that stuff will be installed once I do the floor, that'll be finished. I can get the bathtub, I can get the sink, my sink that I want to put in, and toilet, all that in there, so that's done. I will have hot water in there because I have a separate hot water heater system in there that I have over here. And for the kitchen, that's going to be the next stage, is I'm going to have to design the 40-gallon tank. It's going to fit to the side, and that's going to run the piping in for the filtration system, water softener, and the 5-gallon hot water heater that I got to build a sink. I'm literally gonna be building my sink. So I'm gonna be cutting out the frame from the top, sliding the sink in, the base of the sink, the top of the sink, but the base of the sink itself, I'm gonna have to go in and build all that myself, which is not a problem. I have a problem building stuff like that. Kind of like that kind of a challenge. And then once that's all done with the kitchen, got everything done, I gotta buy the kitchen cabinets. I got black kitchen cabinets I want to put into the kitchen. So I'm putting my appliances in, like my convention oven that I'm putting in, not actual big convention, I'm talking about tabletop convention oven I'm buying. I want a mixer, tabletop fryer, definitely want a toaster, refrigerator, the washer and dryer unit that, you know, washes and dries, the portable one. There's about 8 pounds of clothes, definitely picking that up in the door. And what else I need? Oh, that compact trash can, definitely buying that thing at the end of the day, because that it'll just cut down on how much trash I'm using, which would be nice to be to compact my trash. What else we had to do when we're done all that? We still had this wall over here on this side, which I want to put in a fountain. So my setting for my setup is going to be like a kind of a Japanese kind of setting. I'm going to have a lot of bamboo in here, bonsai trees, all that kind of cool stuff. I am going to be a mix of cyberpunk and like kind of a classic Japanese, because I want this for my living room in here and slash kitchen. I want that kind of like in a Japanese kind of setting. But for this wall right here, my gaming system, my customized desk and all that stuff, I want it to be kind of a cyberpunk kind of, you know, gaming setup I'm gonna have over here. So I'm custom building my own desk with ports. I can actually drop my PCs in, little sections I can drop my PCs in. I want the table to be completely clear because I am going to be getting the Leviathan and Sugar Plum Fairy for my setup over here. And I'm going to be putting in a sheet of plexiglass because I want to do RetroPie. So I got to hook up another projector under the table, which we already have the unit for that. So I can basically shoot an image right through the table and play my retro games. So this is going to be pretty cool to hook it up. This back side of the wall here, because that side is going to be part of the the bathroom. This side right here, I got to coat this entire wall, which means I got less of a wall to coat with the Alpha Cinemax, and we're going to be projector mapping behind this wall. So as for the ceiling, well, I'm going to put my planks in, as I said before, my little planks that were actually going to match my floors. My favorite floors are going to be cherry oak. I am going to be installing these ceiling fans, the box fans, and we'll be hooking in real quick. I'm installing 2 projectors for the ceiling, One is going to be for my 235.1 setup. The other one's going to be hitting this wall over here, ultra short though, nice and close, because we need it for projector mapping applications. I want to be to change my wall out at will or behind my computer setup and my gaming setup. Pretty cool, ain't it? Ha ha ha. That's the benefits of having projector mapping technology. And let me see what else we have to do. We got the garage door, finish off around that. We have more decorating, because I'm decorating. I got to build my own sofa. I'm building my own reading chair. Taco's got his setup we're putting in already. Yeah, so it's going to be a bit of an interesting project. I should be roughly done, hopefully. I should be roughly done probably like in maybe April. I should be finished in here. Get everything done. By the time summertime kicks in, this place will be done already. So yeah, I'm having a ball. I'm having a ball getting it done, getting it worked on. Right now, I've been looking at these ideas for tiny bathrooms, and the fact that I can just get anything from Home Depot, because Home Depot's not that far from me, shipped over here at $80 to $30, $35. It's pretty cool. Now, as I said before, I'm going with a compost toilet, if I say the right, compost toilet, because I'm using that. Taco has a litter box that's coming in that cleans itself, which I can't wait to see this thing. I wonder how he's going to react to having a litter box clean himself. That's going to be pretty cool. So his litter box is going in the bathroom, because I do not want his litter box out here. That's why I'm building the bathroom too also, because I want his litter box in there. I don't want his litter box anywhere. What size is my bathroom? My bathroom is going to be 4 feet and 7 feet. So it's 4 feet wide and 7 feet long. That's big enough for me to put everything I need in there for a tiny bathroom. It's going to be absolute. I want a circle mirror. That's what I definitely want, with the LED lights around it. Definitely getting that. And with this, with the bathroom being 4 by 7, I don't have to basically collapse the tub and basically put it away. I don't have to do that. The tub can actually stay out. And with that being said, I'm getting shower curtain. So I'm going to do a whole Japanese setting here. I got to tile the bathroom. Bathroom has to be tiled. Walls have to be tiled to a certain degree. The rest of it, we don't have to tile, because we're going to be using that mildew-resistant drywall. Now I find this interesting. Look at this one right here. They've got, this is cool. This is really tiny. This is really, really tiny. They have the toilet and with the shower. So that's freaking cool. So I guess they basically, when they're taking a shower, they take the toilet out, because these things are portable. You can lift them right up. This is a compost toilet. You can pick these things up. They're really light. So, they got this in a van. This is in a vehicle. What the freak? Oh, that's freaking hot. They got this in a vehicle. So right here, they have it where they can pull this out and they can shower, and then basically go to the bathroom right in here. And they got this in a vehicle. Wow. That's what I'm talking about. It's funny. I see people doing that kind of stuff at the end of the day. We got the naysayers out there that get mad about that and go, oh, that's wrong. You can't do this and can't do that and can't. You can do whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, as long as it's within the law. I love people that are doing new things at the end of the day. Oh, look at this right here. That is hot. So they got, for me, it's a little too compact for me, but it's cool. It works. If it works, it works. It's pretty cool. Oh, no. They got the toilet here and all this right here. They got these in vehicles. This is not a truck. Oh, that is freaking cool. I love it. Now I'm at 324. I was talking to people that have way smaller setups than me. One guy has like 100 something set up. Oh, it's freaking cool. I freaking love what they did with it. That's why I can't wait until I get to 7 acres. I'm going to build several tiny homes. I'm doing one at 100. I seen somebody doing 100. I'm going to build one at 100. So I can just have them up there. So if I don't want to be in this one, I can go over in this one. I'm going to build me a couple of these. The big does. I love it. That's a fantastic idea. I'm going to look at something real quick. Let me research this part. How do you clean a compost toilet? I don't have to use any of that at all, period. That is freaking sick. I'm going to look at this.
Once you see what's in these two heavy-duty totes, you'll feel safer when the next disaster rolls around. Because
your tiny home is banging. Look at that.
Welcome back to the Tiny House Concierge. My name is Alaska. I am your Tiny House Concierge. And today we are going to learn how to change out a separate composting toilet. So, it is Wednesday morning.
Thanks for watching,
And that's
and don't
Thursday
forget to
here in
subscribe for
Texas.
more 8K Ultra High Resolution videos.
So, and putting in the composting trash. If you're wondering how the toilet works, that's a different video. The link to that video is in the description below. If you haven't had a chance to like this video or subscribe to this channel, please take a moment to do so. I would love to have you join us. Alright friends, now we are going to begin the changing out of the composting toilet. And this adventure begins in the freezer.
That's awesome.
So I told you this adventure begins in the freezer. I'm just not kidding. I know it's the toilet, it starts in the freezer, and here's why. The freezer is where I keep the composting cube. I want to be real clear. Nothing regarding the bathroom goes in the freezer. One more time for the people in the back. Nothing in the bathroom goes in the freezer. Okay, cool.
You got to clear it up, because I'll tell you why. Because again, you got people that'll say the dumbest things out of their mouths. You really do have to clear that up.
But this composting cube, which I will try to...
Some people are learning.
Is where I put biodegradable material so that it doesn't smell. So this cube is where coffee grounds go, avocado peels, shrimp tails, like whatever that would rot and smell in the trash goes into the freezer so that it doesn't.
So basically for me, this is right. For me, basically, to cut down on smell, basically kitty litter. Kitty litter kills just about, it kills anything. It does, it kills anything. So kitty litter and your trash, stuff like that, it kills just about, it kills everything. That's just about, it kills everything. Kitty litter would be for me, and that's why I'm paying this money for this, like this insane air cleaner to put in here, because again, it's a smaller space. So basically, yeah, I'm going to be using this air cleaning system in here to do that. But kitty litter kills everything.
Smell. And so that I can dispose of it in a way
I wonder if you ever tried to use kitty litter.
that is better than just throwing it in the garbage. So, the reason I start in the freezer is because this and what is in the toilet, that all goes to the same trash bin. And if you're unfamiliar,
Let me see.
just a little bit. Okay, so here we are at the composting toilet. Oh, wait. Thank you, Okay, so here we are at the composting toilet, and it's really, really simple. What we're gonna do is lift this up here. We're going to grab the bucket out, take the bag, tie a knot like a doggy bag, and throw it in the composting trash. So, again, there's a video explaining how this works, how this toilet works, and I'll put the link to that video in the description below. However, remember that what's in here, what's in this bag, is all dehydrated. So there's a fan that runs all the time, and this tube vents it to the outside. So what you're gonna have in here is like kind of like dried off, basically.
Oh, it dries it out. That is freaking insane.
Oh my god!
I was wondering about that.
Why am I putting?
I was actually wondering about that. Like, is it still wet? And it's not. There's a fan in it that constantly keeps it dry. So it's like a powder-like substance. That's what it is. That's freaking cool. That is actually cool. Like, I learned something new today. So yeah, that's what it does. It dries it out. That's pretty cool.
Things on the internet, so we can all learn together. Please like this video. Okay. All right, let's do this, friends.
There's never been a better time to get away. With a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted.
Let's go. So if you remember, this is the freezer cube, and I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna put it into the bucket. And now the entire bucket will go in the composting trash. BRB. Okay, so now what I do is I just take some isopropyl alcohol and I spritz
Yeah, sanitation, cleaning it up. Yeah.
clean. I will wipe things down and then I will use like a Mr. Clean Magic eraser that's dedicated.
Now, hers is interesting because the one I've seen basically had a churn system. Like it plugged in and it had a thing with churn where you put your compost in it, along with whatever you had in it, and it would churn it, would turn that into soil. Now, mine, like I said, I wouldn't use this soil for basically for your food, but for growing plants and wildflowers, which I plan to do with it, that would come in perfectly. But I didn't know they had a fan system in the back that dried it out. That's pretty interesting because the one I saw was different. It had like kind of a mixing system when you put the compost in and it turns that into fertilizer. So there's several different versions of this. So I had to do a little more research because I didn't know about this one right here. This is actually pretty cool. So that was I already subscribed for her because I'm curious exactly. That was pretty cool. So keep in mind, if you're going to be living off the grid, and a lot of people are choosing to live off the grid, this comes in handy because, again, no pipes are needed. You don't need any running pipes at all, period. And that's what I love about this new technology, what people are doing. Composters has been out for a while, but it's just amazing. I wanted to look up, oh, some other comment. Let's see, pretty much it. And pretty much everything I added in there is drywall, and it's not much to really talk about. Let me just check out some of these tiny homes real quick. Garage living. Yeah, you're gonna see, one of the things you're gonna see fluctuate real quick, a lot of these garages that are like really cheap, these suckers are gonna jump dramatically. I mean, they're gonna jump dramatically, not by a lot, but they are. Because more and more people are just moving out of their homes. It's just the mortgages, everything, it just costs too much money. It literally costs too much money. She lives in that place with her kids. She literally said that. She lives in the place with her kids. And the place is beautiful, it's very nice. I was talking to somebody, they were saying, well, what about, the thing about it, when you do a garage setup, you can pay for the luxury stuff, the stuff you literally can't get when you have a regular home because you have more expenses. Here we have less expenses, so I can pay for a Whirlpool, I can pay for all the real nice luxury items like a copper sink. It's gonna cost me $400 to have it put in, or I mean, I'm putting it anyway, but a copper sink was something I probably wouldn't have spent if I was living in a house because, again, I would have to save money because I'd be spending more money on heat, I'd be spending more money on electricity, I'd be spending more money on water. Well, here we don't even have a water bill at all, period. When I went to the bank, the first thing they asked me when I opened up my account, they was like, do you have any bills? And I'm thinking like, don't really have any bills at all, period. Really don't have any bills. Well, major bills, that's what they wanted. And I don't have major bills. Cell phone, they wouldn't accept. But I did get the banking account open up anyway. I used my PayPal debit card as a form of second ID. But anyway, major bills they're asking for, like electricity, gas, stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really have any of those bills at all. So I do have, well, my electricity here is free. As I told you before, any garage you rent, electricity always comes for free, always. But as I said before, because I don't want to use electricity here, I got the ecosystem coming in next year, and I just want to basically have the place running on the ecosystem because this gives me a chance to understand the equipment, how it works, how it runs, because I literally have it running completely with the garage, not running any power at all except for off that unit. So that's a good way to experiment, to get my feet wet before I cough up more money for an even bigger system, because there's one actually much more bigger than that one that I want to buy, but first I'll get a chance to test it here first. So everything we have here that we're designing and putting in this place gives us a test run, because I told you before, my main goal is to lease land. I'm not buying land, I'm going to lease it. It's much more cheaper to lease it. It's not expensive, you know what I mean? And me coughing up 60, 70, 100 grand, you know, a lot of money to buy land, even more than that to buy land when I can just basically just lease the land. And the lease is for like 10 or 20 years. Probably not going to be around for 20 years. I'm probably not going to be around for 20 years. So that's fantastic. So on top of that, I can put my structure on there with no problem. I can build it from the ground up, which means I don't have to go to a bank and ask for the loans or none of that stuff because I'm building my own place. So it's fantastic. Never have to sit there and wait for a bank to give me an approval for anything because I can build it myself. And this is where the experience comes in here. So I'm learning so much. I literally learned so much about drywall that I didn't even know because when I was putting the structure in here, if I had went with what I wanted to do, I would end up tearing out all the drywall that I paid for to put it right back in again because basically, because it's a garage, because you'd be doing it in a basement, anything like that, in bathrooms, kitchens, whatever, they require special drywall. So if your drywall in your apartment or house is not green, it's not a green drywall, you run the risk of getting all kinds of mold and everything else is going to pop up behind your walls. And I did that one already in the other house I lived at. That's how I got mold poisoning because they had freaking a regular drywall in the basement. You're supposed to have a green drywall in there because that basically cuts down, on the mold and mildew and anything that could pop up in your dwelling area. On top of that, it has to be fireproof to a certain degree. Well, fireproof means the building's still going to burn. It's going to burn a lot slower, a lot slower, which is good because it gives the fire department a chance to save your stuff because the building took forever to go down. So that's another thing we're installing in here. Now, the reason why I'm going with 5/8 is because 5/8 is much thicker. It's more dense. It's basically going to allow less sound to travel through. Because even when I put the soundproof in and everything else, the drywall still is going to be the key feature. And if I go with the 5/8, especially if I double that, nothing's penetrating through at all, period. And again, I had to go through all the caulking, corners, all that stuff, expansion foam, all that to make sure we didn't have anything pushing through. And once all that was done, I had to coat the entire place with about 4 gallons of dry lock. Yeah, I went overboard with it, I did. But better safe than sorry, that's what I always say. So there was just so much that had to be done in here before we can get a chance to even prep to get all that done. And then once I got ready to do, at first I wasn't going to put in a bathroom. I was going to make some kind of system here where I can hide this stuff, but then going to a form site and the guy was like, your place is big enough to literally put a bathroom right over there. We pointed. I'm like, went over to the measurement. It fit perfectly. 4x7. That means I don't have to fold up the tub. I can leave the tub there. So what I want to do is I want to build a little pedestal where the tub sits up a little higher up. You know, like a little stand it sits on. I put some nice LED lights behind it, something really cool. And the toilet, I want it up on a little bit of a stand also too. The reason why, because it raises the pipes, and that allows me to put the pipes through the side wall over here, and that allowed me to be able to basically, when I fill the tub up, all I have to do is just basically at the end of the deck and drain the water out from the other end. So yeah, I'm freaking loving this experience. And like I said, at the end of the day, I'm building my own place. I am not going to the bank to buy jack or even if I had the money. And I know I'm definitely having, my capital is going to be killing it in 2024 with the new technology. And I'm still building my own place from the ground up and doing it on the cheap to see exactly how far I can build a place where it costs me less money. I'm going to build me a couple more on the property too. That 100 square foot home, oh man, that seemed pretty cool. I definitely got to design one of those. I thought that was pretty cool. See, like I said, if you look at the economy and where it's going, it's not going in a good direction. There really isn't. People are going to be able to maintain because there's always jobs out there. There are so many jobs out there. It's not even funny. The job, if they tell me there's no job, that's bullcrap. You can literally quit a job and get a job the same day. There's literally that many jobs out there. People are just asking you to work because, you know, what was that something happened? Oh, yeah, the bank. Literally, I went to the bank to go for my appointment. And guess what? 2 people called out sick. And they had to reschedule my appointment. Good thing one of the managers came in because I would have to reschedule my appointment. Yeah, they had to shut down the whole service over there because 2 people called out sick. So yeah, they need people left and right. They need backups on backups. Then you got people making money from home. They got so many surveys for you to do because people are literally buying so much stuff off the internet. They need people to survey everything that you buy so you can have some kind of review process up there so people can read through it. Like I'm doing right now. I'm reading through tons of reviews before I buy stuff. And that stuff comes in handy. So someone's getting paid just to review that stuff and put it up there so I can read through and say, I like this. I'm going to buy this. There you go. So there's plenty of jobs. But the problem is with all the jobs out there, the inflation is going through the roof. And people who own houses or paying mortgages, they are suffering. They're going through it. It's very expensive. And I heard that so many times, man. Like, I'm getting rid of my place and downsizing. I'm tired of living in this place. It costs me too much money. I'm not seeing anything from my check. Turn around between the kids and this, that, and the other. I got nothing left. Now, my situation, I don't have that situation due to the fact that I have my own company. I make a good amount of money. I'm comfortable. I don't have kids, so I don't have to worry about that expense. I'm not married, so I don't have to worry about that expense. So pretty much it's just me and a cat at the end of the day. So really, my expenses aren't really there at the end of the day. I really don't have them. I had more expenses when I was dating. Oh, man. Are you kidding me? Someone did an industrial garage. Oh, that's hot. That is hot. I want to look at basic garage living. Basic garage living. Because when you look at garage living, they pull up the luxuries. These people got cars parked in there. They got the Bugattis and Porsches. And that's somebody really loves their car at the end of the day. It has it in their garage. How do you start that up? With the car in there. Like, I gotta look into that. That's nice. Look at that. Finished garage conversion. I still, I got that text. I'm gonna post that on my site, my blog. I told you I'm building me a blog around the garage life. I got people that I'm on form sites with, and I'm building this blog about this, about my adventures and what I'm going through on basically designing and living in a garage and how I feel about the whole thing. I freaking love it. I tell you the truth at the end of the day. But we got the naysayers. The naysayers have definitely got to be in there because I want people to see the amount of criticism that I receive from individuals who are upset with my decision. But anyway, yeah, and one person stated, and we're definitely going to be posting that. Actually, he's copying and saved that. I'm going to post that where he says that people do not decide to live in garages. Oh, they don't, do they? Look at this one right here. This is pretty hot. I like this one. That is pretty hot. That's chilling. That is definitely chilling. Look at that. That's definitely chilling. It's got the bike on the wall. Look at that. I love this. This is where I come here and I look at all these pictures. I'm just checking out ideas of what people are doing. That's pretty nice right there. And on top of that, this is going to make a considerable amount of revenue for me because you know why? I bump into so many people turn these things into man caves. And they want to put a big screen in there. And the best, and now I can basically relate to them by saying, hey, yeah, no problem. Here's a video demonstration of me in my own garage that I custom designed for myself. And here's what my screen looks like in my environment. I'm going to look at 324 square feet living garages. That's 320. That's nice. And they got blueprints up here. You can go in here if you're a bit of a handyman. They got blueprints. Home Depot is showing off barns that you can convert. Oh, look at this one right here. That's a nice one. How much do they want for this? Ooh, 38 by 18. Oh, okay, that's without floor plans. We don't need floor plans. We're good. We're good. Can I visit this? I want to see this. No pictures inside. I like this top tower right here. Yeah, like I said, I love it. I'm gonna do tiny home mini kitchen. Told you, all these companies like this, they're investing money in this. This right here is a refrigerator, sink, and stove all in one. Now, mind you, keep in mind they had these in Japan and before we got it. But look at this. That's all in one. And that's at Home Depot. So what I have for my combo, I got a washer and dryer all in one. That is freaking crazy. You'll find them on Amazon. So this is a to appliances. So it's an ice maker, refrigerator, freezer. Is that a garbage disposal? Let me see what this thing has on it. All right, so we got refrigerator. It's got a kitchen drawer for your kitchen drawers, for your utensils and stuff. It has a refrigerator, small refrigerator on the side, and it has a hot plate, or yeah, that's what would be hot plate right there, or range or hot plate, where we're gonna put it. So the thing has an oven, refrigerator. Oh, wait, what's this right here? That's the freezer. All right, that's the freezer. That's the refrigerator. Okay, I see now. So this right here is the freezer. That's the refrigerator. This is a kitchen drawer for putting utensils in. This is the range up here for cooking food in, and this is the sink. Wow, that is freaking insane. And what are they asking for this sucker right here at the end of the day? I wonder if this is electric, because that's electric right there. Wow, you can basically just set that up through your whatchamacallit, through your EcoFlow system, because it runs completely off freaking it runs completely off electric. Because the only thing on it, yeah, this is gonna be electric, of course. These are gonna be electric, and that's electric. That is freaking crazy. So these are tiny kitchen setups that they're designing. Who has this thing? I gotta see this. Anybody had a video of this thing? The picture. That's pretty cool. And somebody has this in a tiny home, so everything is all in one hit. That is freaking amazing. All right, people, I'm not going to kill too much time here. I got a lot of research I got to get done. Got things I got to do. Pretty much wasn't nothing really to talk about, just finishing up. Can't wait to get everything done so I can show off the finished product. But other than that, hope you enjoyed. Got to go, and God bless.